starting deals, I've been making calls. No matter what it is, I'ma pay the cost. Why y'all make me sick, cause I know you lost. $1,000 trips, I've been taking off. $1,000 fits, and that's just the jaws. Rolling up again while I'm in the gym. Y'all can never focus, so you'll never win. Piece by piece, I've been stacking. Piece by piece, I've been stacking. Piece by piece, I've been stacking.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. On today, this is Raw Detroit. Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and hit the word all so that you may be able to receive the notification whenever it comes out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We got to talk about it. The Detroit Lions went on a sacking spree against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Did not think that the Lions would be able to contain Lamar Jackson, who is the best running quarterback in the National Football League. Shout out to Calvin Shepard for having his team ready and playing aggressive the way that they were playing, getting to Lamar Jackson all night, straight up having a sack party. And this is what we wanted to see, man. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you wanted to see other guys produce besides Aiden Hutchinson. And Aiden Hutchinson, oh my, did he get help? Yes, he did. I think Aiden had only one sack on the night, but he got help from somebody answering the call. Quadin Muhammad was all over the field. This is what we're talking about. This is what we wanted to see as fans. We wanted to see somebody else that can produce. To me, Quadin Muhammad needs to be the starter for the rest of the season. This is no shot at Marcus Davenport. You know, we wish him well, and we know that he's on IR. He's going on IR and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, man, you want to see somebody produce. That's what it's all about in the National Football League. And Brad Holmes knows that it's all about producing. But the Detroit Lions go to Baltimore and win for the first time. And I can't even tell you how many years. But this is the first time the Detroit Lions have beat Baltimore in Baltimore. So shout out to the Detroit Lions for the team clicking and getting a good team win. But to me, if I had to give anybody game balls, I'm definitely giving it to Quadin Muhammad, and I'm going to give it to David Montgomery for coming up big and making things happen. David Montgomery ripped off that 72-yard run. Man, if he had Jahmyr Gibbs speed, man, he would have been at the crib. He would have been at the crib because nobody would have been able to walk him down. But shout out to David Montgomery. That's the reason why we got him on the team. We know how important David Montgomery is to this football team and how good he is as a football player, period. You know, it's a privilege, man, to be able to have somebody that can complement the other running back in the backfield, which we know Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, had like 22 carries in this game. So shout out to the Lions giving him a lot of carries. But David Montgomery was the story in the backfield, over 151 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns. Also, Jahmyr Gibbs had 2 touchdowns as well. And Jared Goff played the Jared Goff type of game, being able to manage the game and getting the ball to the receivers as well. Amon Ra making some big catches. J-Mo making a few big catches. And then you had Sam Laporta getting the ball a few times. I know Goff tried to get the ball to Tesla at one point in the game, but he was not able to catch the football. So, you know, it's going to be games, man, where Tesla is going to be able to be that dude. But this game, man, if you had to give a game ball to anybody, you have to give it to the Detroit Lions defense, and you have to give it to Muhammad for answering the call. He went out there and flat out ball. So Muhammad probably been listening to these videos with all these YouTubers talking about that the Lions don't get any production from anybody else. And, you know, I'm glad that he answered the call because that's what we want. That's what we want as fans. We want to see our team play well. We want to see Quadin Muhammad get 10 sacks or 12 sacks on the season. We want to see, you know, I know Hutch is going to do his thing, and he's going to produce as well. But at the same time, it's all about getting production from other guys outside of Aleem McNeil, who has not returned yet. I was happy to see Quadin Muhammad dominate last night and how he was able to get to the quarterback. Even Derek Barnes got into the play. Jack Campbell got a sack last night. I mean, guys, you know, we got sacked from a plethora of guys on the team. And that's the only thing we wanted as fans. We wanted to see this team be able to produce outside of Aiden Hutchinson. Like I said before, guys, many times in many different videos that I've talked about that this defense needs to be built around Aiden Hutchinson. And even though Quadin Muhammad is a little bit older, you still just want somebody that can produce outside of Aiden Hutchinson, having him to do every single thing. If he can't get to the quarterback, then nobody can. But last night, it was a flat-out sack party last night because the Detroit Lions got to Lamar Jackson 7 times. I've never seen the Detroit Lions play the defense the way that they were playing last night, and how Calvin Shepard really had this defense aggressive and having guys get after it last night. That's what you want to see. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the Detroit Lions walk away with the win, 38-30. That's what you want to see. This is great football, man. A great team effort to get a win, because the Lions, you don't know how they're going to stand against the rest of these teams that they got to go on the road against. But getting a big road win against Baltimore means a lot, because Baltimore is going to be a playoff team, and you need to kind of know how you stand up against a team like that, especially if you make it to the Super Bowl and you happen to have to play these guys. Can you do the same thing that you did in this game in the Super Bowl to win it all? So it's going to be tough, man, going down the rest of these games. But if Quadin Muhammad is playing the way that he is, out there answering the call, sacking the quarterback at will, and producing, and this dude is leading the team in sacks right now. I think he had like 3 last night, but some of the records indicated he had 2.5, but I thought he had 3 sacks for sure. This dude was all over the field. So shout out to Quadin Muhammad for answering the call, going out there balling, stepping up, making big plays on this defense outside of Aiden Hutchinson. That's all I ever wanted to see. All I ever wanted to see is somebody else produce beside Aiden Hutchinson, getting some help from the rest of the team. It just can't be Aiden doing it all. It has to be these rest of these guys on defense stepping up. So to me, if Quadin Muhammad continues to ball, he balls in the next game as well, he needs to be the starter for the remainder of the season. I don't care when Marcus Davenport comes back. We'll put him in the rotation because he continues to get hurt all the time. We'll just have him in the rotation. And Quadin Muhammad, to me, has earned the right to be the starter over there now. When you're producing the way Quadin Muhammad is producing out on the football field, that's how you earn the starting job. That's how you go out there and attack to be the starter on the team. To me, he's earning it. And if he continues to play the way he is, you have to leave him out there. You can't take him off playing outside of Aiden Hutchinson. Now you have to find a way to get Marcus Davenport involved in a rotation. But still, the Lions, they could use another edge rusher. But right now, Quadin Muhammad is answering the call, and that's all you can ask for as a Detroit Lion fan, to be able to get somebody else to produce outside of Aiden Hutchinson. That's the only thing that we want as fans, to be able to see this team play good defensively, even though, we gave up a lot of points last night, but still the team still played good football, good team football to get that team win. And that's what you want. That is what you want. So I'm just shout out to Quadin Muhammad, man, for going out there and flat out going after it and getting after Lamar Jackson all night. And these boys, shout out to the defense as well, because if it wasn't for the defense going out there and playing the way they did and stopping Lamar Jackson, the way that they stopped Lamar last night, because normally that doesn't happen. Normally, Baltimore has their way with NFC teams. But this time, the Detroit Lions get the last laugh. Quadin Muhammad, Aiden Hutchinson, Jack Campbell, and the rest of these guys that were able to get at Derek Barnes, that were able to get after the quarterback. This is all that we wanted to see. We wanted to see production. We wanted to see a team victory in Baltimore. Haven't won in Baltimore in I don't know how long, but this team goes out there and gets the job done. And that's the only thing that we wanted to see as fans, to be able to go out there, get a win in Baltimore, play some good football, and just continue to do what Detroit is doing. Even though the Detroit Lions dropped the first game on the season, that doesn't mean that the season is over. It just didn't look good, in Green Bay. But that's okay. They was able to bounce back and get 2 victories in a row. And now if this team continues to play the way it's playing on defense, we are going to be able to do some things. Now, Terrion Arnold definitely has to get better. He's been getting picked on the last couple games, and you want to see this young fella grow. You want to see Terrion Arnold play better football than what he's playing. But we'll see, man. We'll see if he gets better throughout the season. Right now, he's struggling a little bit, and that's okay. You know, he's going to make some mistakes. He's going to have some bumps and bruises. But at the end of the day, you just want this team to go out there and play well defensively. If this team plays lights out football defensively, they really, really stand a chance and ultimately being able to get to that big dance. All right, guys, this is Raw Detroit. I'm out. Peace.